Hello, and welcome to Resort Trades Learning Center. I'm Sharon Scott Wilson. I'm publisher of Resort Trades magazine. Again, we're the only print publication in the timeshare industry that's published monthly. Now, we also actually have a weekly e-newsletter and the resorttrades.com website that we keep updated with industry information. So I hope you will look us up on that. Now, if you are in the travel business, how do you make sure you're keeping your customers happy and engaged? And that's today's topic. We have a great team here from Global Connections who will share what they've learned about retaining member loyalty. Let me introduce Annie Tumlin, Creative and Digital Marketing Director. And also we have David Lesky, Strategic Marketing Manager, and Corina Violette, Directory of Inventory Management. So welcome, guys, and thanks for joining me today.
Thank you for having us.
Well, you're very welcome. Now, I think what I will do is I'll go ahead and bow out and let you guys take over. And when you're finished, I'll come back on and say goodbye and do a close.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you, Sharon and Resort Trades for having us. This is our second Lunch Bunch webinar that we've done, and we really enjoy doing them and hope that you guys get some good stuff from us today. So as she said, I'm Annie, our Creative and Digital Marketing Director, and David is on our marketing team, and Corina is on our operations side. And the three of us have been working together lately, and we have named ourselves a little dream team because we have found that working together has enabled us to do some awesome things for our membership and our membership platform. So as you're aware, the pandemic in the past couple of years has been crazy. And especially those of us in the travel industry, we've had a lot of unique challenges, and it was pretty scary there for a while. So coming out the other side of it, today we've put together a little presentation for you guys to show you some of the things that we learned, and then some of the ways that we evolved our platform and our communication with members and employees. And we hope that you'll take away a few little nuggets of inspiration to kind of inspire you guys to work through some of the similar challenges that we know you all have faced as well. So first of all, who is GCI? GCI started in 1996 with our current CEO, Tom Lyons, and his mission to give families the opportunity to travel more for less. This remains our motto today. And as we've adapted over the years to the changing times and needs of travelers, we have offered customizable and competitive components to both partners in the industry as well as the members that we service. One thing that we all know in our industry is that loyalty is king. Retaining happy members, clients, and employees is, of course, a goal that all businesses share, but especially those of us in the travel and customer service industries. We depend on our members and our customers to maintain our current business and to drive potential new sales through reputation and referrals. At GCI, we focus on three main components to curating that loyalty. We keep them at the top of any new goal or issue that we face. They're innovative thinking, evolved solutions, and transparent communication. And that third one has proved very helpful to our members, our employees, and our company as a whole, especially lately. And the next slide. So these three components have worked so well for us, not only for our customers, but for our employees too. A couple little facts that you can see down at the bottom of the screen. Our oldest membership started in 1985, and that membership has been actively retained throughout our evolution from Network Direct to GCI in 1996. So that membership has been with us almost 40 years. Our oldest member is 95 years old, and our longest employee has been with us since the beginning for 36 years. So we're a pretty happy family here, and we have worked even more and in different ways together over the past 3 years to manage the biggest hurdle that any of us have faced so far in the company. Throughout the extreme challenges of the pandemic, we have created a little dream team of collaboration between marketing and operations, taking member feedback and putting it into action in ways that we didn't previously imagine or quite know that we needed. We hope today that you'll come away from this webinar with new ideas to bring to your team, inspired by how we were able to evolve not only our staff and our team protocols, but also our membership platform to meet those extreme challenges. So right now, I want to hand it off to David. He's the marketing side of things, and he's going to start with that.
So thanks, Annie. I think one of the biggest things that we've learned, and I mean, probably known this for a long time, is that a problem is in the eye of the beholder, I guess. And so it's, we looked at problems as an opportunity to get better, as an opportunity to grow. And, I think it's Nick Saban, great coach at Alabama, always says, if you're not changing, you're dying. And so we're changing, we're getting better. We're doing the best that we can. And 2020 was a problem. It was a challenge for all of us. There were issues that popped up, some we didn't ever even remotely think to consider. Some we kind of thought about in the past, but not necessarily really too prepared to handle them, because there were things that nobody had ever faced before. And it forced us to find these new solutions, adapt to new practices, really change the way we think in a lot of ways. And some challenges that popped up, we immediately had to shift a much bigger workload to a smaller team. And that's difficult in any industry, especially in the travel industry. We also had to figure out a way to take a lot of member feedback, quite a bit of it, and turn it into viable and fast solutions, not just solutions that work, but solutions that work quickly. And so again, we had a choice. It was to get better and evolve or lose. And so what we did was we adopted an approach that was a positive look at things, a way to create lasting solutions that were productive, solutions that were good for everybody else. And we took that opportunity to really improve our platform and our processes and make everything smoother, easier, better, all those things. So yeah, we chose to evolve. We made that choice to turn our problems into a solution. And with that, we improved our outreach to our members, our communication to our members. We were more proactive in our communication to our members. And we bumped up our technology. We improved that. We enhanced that, both internal and externally. There's kind of a two-way feedback between members and the organization. We can talk both ways with them, and that's kind of what we've learned. And so what we did is we worked on some outreach channels, such as member communication emails, onboarding, just general marketing, giving people ideas, giving people vacation options, giving people ways that they can travel throughout a pandemic, ways they can travel better. We do that through our blog, through our social media, our booking emails. When somebody books a vacation, they get quite a bit of communication, and we really touched on every bit that they get and have improved that aspect as well. We've also added an online chat that has given our members an extra opportunity to be able to talk with us and to be able to, really figure out a way to reach us in ways that they've never been able to reach us before. With that, going back to the member education, basically what we have done is kind of tried to make it a way so that members understand why they own their membership. What value does it provide? What opportunities does it give them to be a member of our travel club? And then to empower them with that information so that they feel like they have the control. They take the onus, and they can understand and better use their memberships. And also to create self-sufficient members, because they do take that control. And doing that is really interesting, because it has helped lessen that load as we've had to take on, we go back to that smaller team aspect, by allowing members to be a little more self-sufficient because of our communication, because of the way we talk to them, because of the conversation that we have. It's not us talking at them, it's us talking with them. That's been really, really helpful. So all those things we've done have been extremely important. I'm going to turn it over to Corina now to talk about some of the opportunities and some other advancements that we've made. And yeah, take it away, Corina.
Thanks, David. I came on board with Global in 2019, and shortly thereafter, COVID hit. And as the Director of Inventory Management, it was very important that we maneuver through the challenging times and try to best explain what's going on to our members, why there have been changes, and just steer them in the direction that, like David touched on, is just educating of the different opportunities that are available. So kind of leading into the member education piece, just surveys and making sure that, we make them aware and empower them that their voice is very important to us, because oftentimes if there's a problem at a resort, we're not going to know about it until we hear about it from our members. We try to make all these options available to our members, and that it provides value for their membership, but also explain to them why things have changed. Here's what we're doing for you, and here's some options that you can take advantage of. So one of the biggest things that I was tasked to do, especially during COVID, was to find these other options, find these other opportunities, because during that time it was scary for our members, and the whole thing about our presentation today is the communication, how to create that loyalty and how to keep that member coming back to us. So a lot of it had to do with, like David mentioned, touching on the blog posts and social media, and the biggest piece that's really helped create that loyalty with our members is just letting them know, hey, your voice has a purpose, and we're here to listen and make those changes for you. Oftentimes what happens, especially during the pandemic, there were lots of changes within the inventory world, and we had to make sure to communicate that. Transparency was so very important during this time, and also just showing empathy, like, hey, we know these are challenging times, and we're here to be your membership. We'll be your membership for however long, and we want you to know there are options, there is value to this, and help us help you guys understand what's going on. And I think that piece alone, just creating that empathy, being honest with our overall goal, it just creates that long-lasting relationship, especially during stressful situations. Oftentimes they just want to know what's going on. Our members just want to know what's going on. So when it comes to like us surviving throughout the pandemic or giving advice on how to create that loyalty, again, it just boils down to communication, transparency, asking that they share their feedback with us, because yes, they're our member, but also we need to create those relationships. So that way, like we mentioned before, they keep coming back and we create that loyalty. It also gives them a sense of control, because their feedback basically can affect the way their membership works, because we might decide that a resort that's within our portfolio maybe isn't within what our members are needing. Maybe the resort is getting lower scores. Maybe we need to reassess or go back to the resort and ask that they create an action plan. So really, it just allows our members to be our eyes and ears, and it gives us the ability to evolve, especially different technological solutions, and it helps benefit us and it helps benefit them. So some things that we did and some things that I recommend to keep that member base happy, to keep that member base loyal and continue to pay, is to consistently assess your technology, see where you need to enhance, see what you can do to make the process easier. Some things that allowed us to do this, and it was almost a forced evolvement, was just that we had reduced hours. We needed to enhance our technology to be able to keep up with that. David mentioned offering the chat feature, and just the touch points with communication via emails. It's really allowed us to maintain that communication with our members. And at the same time, we were able to see what they needed, what they wanted, and we developed all these different technology strategies. And like I said, it's something that I certainly recommend that you guys do too. Some things that we did, again, touching on the chat feature, but another thing that we did, if we have new inventory or there's new opportunities, we'll either send out an email to all the members, we'll send out blog posts, we'll announce it via social media. So I think the technology piece plus communication, they go hand in hand. And Annie and David both mentioned the dream team and smaller teams. And I don't know that I've ever worked closer with another team previously up until the past 3 years. And we've really made it work for us, our members, and it's been quite the journey. Let's see. I mean, that's all I really have to touch on. I think Annie and David, covered most of the technology stuff, and from an operations standpoint, that's kind of what we're doing, and that's what I would recommend that you all assess. And we will be at ARDA in April, so I definitely recommend you guys coming to have a chat with us, see what we're doing. And Annie, did you have anything that you wanted to mention?
I don't have anything else to add. Well, one thing I did think about was another part of that small teams situation was that we each got new different responsibilities. So like Corina said, like we're working a lot closer with different teams than we ever had before. We kind of were in our own lanes, before, and we collaborated, and it just really allowed us the opportunity to like experience someone else's position in a way. We helped with customer service stuff. We got to know our members on an actual personal basis by doing that. And that was something that was really helpful to us. So another thing that we'd recommend is really like getting in touch with each team and figuring out what they do and seeing how you can experience a little bit of that team on your team as well. And it really gave us a lot of great ideas, and it's been great working together. So a lot of good has come out of all of this.
This is Sharon again. Sounds like you all did a lot of cross training. So everybody had to learn a little something about the other person's role. And
Yes.
That must have been a challenge at first, but now you all probably feel like if someone is out with a cold, like Corina seems to have, the other people can step in and help out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it also allowed us to learn our membership in and out, like every last detail of our membership, because being on the marketing team, you know a lot about the membership, but you don't know it in as detailed as we had to learn it when we were working with our members. So it was an interesting, a very like throw you in the fire way to train and learn. But like I said, it just brought out a lot of different ideas because everyone on different teams works in a different way. And I might think of an idea from a marketing perspective, while Corina might have a great idea from an operations perspective to share with our marketing team and how we can reach people that way. So.
Yeah, and I guess it was David who mentioned, or maybe you, Annie, mentioned the online chat on several occasions, and Corina. How do you handle that? Does that get ever overwhelming to manage, or what kind of system do you think people would need to put in place to handle that adequately?
Okay, perfect.
I was just going to say that I think that the biggest lesson that I think we can pass along is to have a team of people available for questions. You don't have to be necessarily on the chat, but I think in order to make it run as smoothly as possible, you don't have to have somebody who knows every little aspect of everything handling these chats. And let me take a step back. I think it's important that it's a human being and not a computerized AI chat, because I think those can be useful in some ways, but people want interaction. They want human interaction. So I think the important thing is to have somebody who is able to get the question answered. It's great if they can answer the question themselves, but have somebody who can talk to people and able to get the question answered, and to have people who are available to just for a quick, aside, hey, what do we do if this happens? What can we offer this person? I think that's been one of the things that we've done exceptionally well on the chat side, is been able to, not all of us, like Annie said, some of us have been thrown into the fire a little bit, and on the marketing team, we didn't know every little nook and cranny, but we've had people who have been available to answer the questions quickly and accurately, and then we've been able to pass that along. So I think that's kind of the biggest takeaway that I have from learning how to handle our chat and what's been successful for us.
Now, on the technology side, what all additions did you purchase? New software, or did you kind of add on to what was already in place? And what types of functionality did you need?
We purchased
I'll answer this one.
Okay.
Oh, no, I was just going to mention, from the technology side, a lot of it is kudos to our development team. Having an in-house development team that's not outsourced, that's based out of Kansas City and Florida some as well. That has helped us design these programs that best suits our members, because they're a part of our team. We don't have, it's easy to paint the picture that we're envisioning, and then for them to say, well, this will work, and well, that's not going to work. And actually, that's a great idea. So I think just having a really good team to be able to do these things has helped a lot.
Oh, I'll bet. And also, I noticed that you all said, I think Annie mentioned the longevity of many of your employees. So it must be a very pleasant atmosphere in which to work. Are you all looking for any new employees? This might be an opportunity, if you are, for us to post on LinkedIn.
Absolutely. We have several positions open on our website, and we can definitely share a link with you guys to that. We're in we have all kinds of positions. So whether working at a resort, working at our corporate office, all kinds of opportunities. So yeah, definitely. Okay. And it is nice. When you work here, you are working with people who've been here for over 2 decades. And so they are just a great source of knowledge. And while it might take a little bit to learn the ins and outs of everything, you have people in every department that can answer questions because they know it. They've been here.
Yeah, that's a great plus. And I would hope on Resort Trades side that maybe you can share some of your blog articles from time to time. We'd love to print them.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you. Does anyone else have anything to add?
I think
I'll just add one quick thing. So like I mentioned, I came on board back in 2019, and one of the biggest things that attracted me to Global Connections was how forward thinking it is, and knowing how long employees have been working there and knowing that they're doing something right. So once coming on board and learning the ins and outs and meeting the team and really getting to know, what our goal is and what the end goal is, it's been refreshing. And especially going through the pandemic and learning about the other departments and watching the company evolve and turn
Well, I appreciate y'all very much for taking the time and great slides and preparation that you put into it. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears. I can see that. I will just say, when we do put this on YouTube, I hope that anyone who thinks there's something of value to share with your team, that you go ahead and share it with them. And also, I encourage you to subscribe to Resort Trades on YouTube so that any new information or presentations concerning the timeshare industry, you won't miss a thing. So, guys, thank you very much, and you all have a wonderful rest of the day.
Thank you so much for having us.
You're
Thank
very
you.
welcome. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.